Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Cantab Publishers video lessons. Before starting the lesson, dear students, you must have with you class 8 English textbook and resource pack. Resource pack is for parents and teachers guidance. You can also download it from Cantab Publishers official website. Today we are going to start our lesson from Unit 6, The Most Beautiful Flower. SLOs of this lesson are: identify line and stanza, read poem and give orally or in writing, main ideas, summary, paraphrase, theme and its development, personal response with justification, use critical thinking to respond to the text post-reading, apply world knowledge and own feeling, opinion to the text read, evaluate material read. Students, we are going to read this beautiful poem here. Page number 71 of your textbook. This is a very good poem and it's also an emotional poem, you can say. The warm-up activity for you: look at the title of the poem and predict the content, theme of the poem. आपने जो है इस पोएम का टाइटल देखकर, पिक्चर देख के अंदाज़ा लगाना है कि ये पोएम किस चीज़ के बारे में है, थीम क्या होगी पोएम की, किस चीज़ के बारे में हो सकता है कंटेंट इसका. दिस पोएम इज रिटन बाय शेरल एल कोस्टेलो फोर्शे. सो लेट्स फाइंड आउट व्हाट्स इन दिस पोएम by reading it. First stanza here, as you know that 4, 5, 6 line or 8 or 7 lines can be in one stanza. This is you can see the separation between these 3 stanzas here. ये पूरा एक क्या है, stanza है. इसमें कितनी lines है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This stanza consists of 8 lines here. So this is called stanza. This is one line here and the 8 lines together here called stanza in a poem. So let's start from here. The park bench was deserted as I sat down to read. Deserted means there was no one, no people. Beneath the long straggled branches of an old willow tree. Beneath एक लंबे old willow tree के नीचे, straggled branches, as you can see the branches of this, लटक रही है, नीचे झुकी हुई हैं. Willow tree है. Delusions by life with good reason to frown. Delusion, when we believe or admire in someone or some idea, but later we find out it was nothing, it was not worth of believing. जो हमें क्या हो जाती है, गलतफहमी हो जाती है. Frown, the expression of disliking and displeasure. Displeasure. Delusion by life, खुशफहम है, अच्छी उम्मीद थी उसे लाइफ से. By life with good reason to frown. लेकिन आखिर में क्या हुआ? It was only an illusion. The poet here is desperate, disappointed with the life, and she don't like it. She has this expression, this feeling of dislike in her heart. For the world was intent on dragging me down. She thinks that intent, वो कहती है कि दुनिया चाहती है कि dragging me down, मेरी उम्मीद तोड़ दे, मुझे मायूस कर दे. दुनिया चाहती है कि मुझे मायूस करना चाहती है. She is sitting beneath the old tree of willow. You can see here. She is sitting beneath the long tree of willow tree. And she is so disappointed with the life here. She had this feeling of disappointment, desperation. And if that weren't enough to ruin my day, और वो ये कहती है कि this was all these feelings of displeasure or delusional by life was not enough to ruin my day. She is going to tell you something more. A young boy out of breath approached me, all tired from play. He stood right before me with his head tilted down, झुका के एक पोजीशन में उसके साथ सर खड़ा हो गया एंड सेड विद ग्रेट एक्साइटमेंट, लुक व्हाट आई फाउंड. एक्साइटमेंट, खुशी से. व्हाट वी रेड इन दिस स्टैंजा हियर, that a poet is sitting under the old long willow tree and she was delusioned by life. She believed in life in good reason. But what happened? It turned out to be disappointment. She has this feeling of disappointment in her heart. And she thinks that wolves wanted to drag her down. और वो ये कहती है इन लाइंस में कि डिसअपॉइंटमेंट की फीलिंग्स ही उसका दिन खराब करने के लिए काफ़ी नहीं थी. क्या हुआ, एक लड़का उसके पास आया थका हुआ, जो कि शायद खेल कर थक चुका था, भागता हुआ आया और उसके साथ सर झुका के खड़ा हो गया और एक्साइटमेंट के साथ बोला, देखो मुझे क्या मिला, लुक व्हाट आई फाउंड. लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड टू द सेकंड स्टैंजा हियर. इन हिज हैंड वाज अ फ्लावर एंड व्हाट अ पिटीफुल साइट. उसके हाथ में एक फ्लावर था. व्हाट अ पिटीफुल साइट मीन्स तरस खाने के काबिल वो नजारा था. विद इट्स पेटल ऑल वॉन, उसकी जो सारी फूल की पत्तियां थी वॉन बिखरी हुई थी. नॉट इनफ रेन और टू लिटिल लाइट, या तो उसे सही से पानी नहीं था मिला. रेन से क्या आता है, पानी आता है पौधों को, या तो उसे सही से पानी नहीं मिला था या उसको लाइट नहीं मिली थी, जिसकी वजह से वो फूल मरने वाला था, मुरझा गया था. Wanting him to take his dead flower and go off to play, I faked a small smile and then shifted away. But instead of retreating, he sat next to me, to my side. Retreating, जाने के बजाय, and placed the flower to his nose and declared with overacted surprise, it sure smells pretty and it's beautiful too. That's why I picked it. Here it's for you. So what happened in this stanza? The boy showed the flower to the poet here, this boy here, who came to her and said to her that with great excitement that I found a flower, beautiful flower. But the petals of the flowers were worn. It was almost dead. वो उसकी तरफ faked a smile, मसनूई मुस्कुराहट उसको देती है. She doesn't want to smile, but she smiled. She faked a smile for this boy that she wanted to go him away. But वो जाने के बजाय उसके साथ बैठ गया और फूल को उसने सूंघा और सरप्राइज वाले एक्सप्रेशंस दिए कि क्या है, इसकी खुशबू बहुत प्यारी और यकीनन ये बहुत प्यारा है, इसलिए मैंने इसको उठाया और ये तुम्हारे लिए, ये फूल. He presented that flower to the poet here. The weed before me was dying or dead. Weed मतलब यहाँ पर झाड़ी. वो झाड़ी जिसके ऊपर फूल उगा हुआ था, वो लेकर जो आया था लड़का उस पोइट के लिए, वो या तो मर रहा था या मर चुका था, मुरझा गया था. No vibrant of colors, orange, yellow and red. Vibrant means full of life and energy. फूल के ऊपर कोई रंग नहीं थे, कोई जिंदा दिल रंग नहीं थे, ना के ऑरेंज, ना येलो, ना रेड. बट आई न्यू आई मस्ट टेक इट और ही माइट नेवर लीव. So I reached for the flower and replied just what I need. But instead of him placing the flower in my hand, he held it in mid-air without reason or plan. It was then that I noticed for the very first time that weed-toting boy could not see. He was blind. So what we read in this last stanza here. The boy brought to this girl here, the flower. It has no color. It was almost dying or dead. No beautiful colors on it. But she knew that she had to take this flower, otherwise the boy will not leave. So what she did, so I reached for the flower. उसने अपना हाथ बढ़ाया फूल के लिए and replied just what I need. उसने कहा कि मुझे फूल दे दो. But instead of him placing the flower in my hand, लेकिन उस लड़के ने वो फूल उसके हाथ में देने के बजाय he held it in mid-air without reason or plan. लेकिन उस लड़के ने क्या किया? He gave that flower to a girl but his hand were in mid-air. हवा में था उसका हाथ. Like he doesn't know that where the poet is sitting. Why is that? Why he doesn't know that where the girl is sitting, the poet is sitting? It was then that I noticed for the very first time. Then poet says, फिर मैंने notice किया पहली दफा that weed-toting boy could not see, he was blind. कि जो फूल तोड़ने वाला लड़का था, वो क्या था? देख नहीं सकता था, वो blind था. That's why he held his hand in mid-air. He doesn't know the direction of the girl, in which direction she is sitting. So what we have read in this poem and what we have learned, that we should admire, we should be grateful to every blessing we have in our life. The poet here can see, but the boy can't see. He was blind, but he was very happy, excited. He was enjoying his life. And the poet who could see, she was very disappointed with her life. She was feeling sad, she was frowned. She has this displeasure feeling in her heart. But boy with no eyesight was very happy, excited. Even picked a flower for this girl here. So what should we do? We should be grateful for every blessing in our life. हमें हर नेमत के लिए अल्लाह ताला का शुक्रगुजार होना चाहिए. हमें डिसअपॉइंट नहीं होना चाहिए, मायूस नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हर किसी के पास नेमतें नहीं होती. जिस तरह इस लड़के के पास देखने की नेमत नहीं थी. Page number 72 of your textbook. This is your word bank. You can find the meaning of the difficult words here. Let's do the exercise. Answer the following question. Number 1. Why did the flower look such a pitiful sight to the poet? फ्लावर जो था वो क्यों बुरी हालत में लग रहा था, क्यों तरस खाने के काबिल था पोइट के लिए? बिकॉज लड़का तो देख नहीं सकता था फूल को, पोइट तो देख सकती थी. बिकॉज उसकी सारी पत्तियां जो थी, पेटल्स जो थी, वो वॉन थी, बिखरी हुई थी. सेकेंड वन, वाई वॉज द पोइट स्माइल इनइफेक्टिव? इनइफेक्टिव, पोइट की स्माइल में कोई असर क्यों नहीं था? बिकॉज शी फेक द स्माइल फॉर द बॉय, बिकॉज शी wanted him to leave. The third one, what was the poet's mood? Poet का mood कैसा था? Yes, we have discussed this in this poem detail. The fourth one, what was the setting of the poem? The most beautiful flower. What will be the setting of the poem? Yes, of course, the garden, because she is sitting beneath the old tree of willow. It was the garden. People were walking there, running, प्लेइंग एक्सेट्रा. सेटिंग होती है जगह जहाँ पर कहानी या पोइम लिखी गई या जो दिखाया गया है पोइम या स्टोरी में. What was the lady's reaction to interference? What words in the first stanza describe her reaction? Interference, पोइट जो थी वो अकेले बैठी हुई थी. She was reading a book. इंटरफेयर किसने किया? बॉय ने. तो उसका रिएक्शन क्या था इंटरफेरेंस पे? कौन से वर्ड्स उसने यूज किए? शी एक्सटेंडेड हर हैंड एंड देन शी रियलाइज दैट द बॉय वॉज ब्लाइंड. हाउ डिड शी रियलाइज? जब उसने हाथ बढ़ाया फूल लेने के लिए, लेकिन उसने रियलाइज किया कि बॉय जो है ही वॉज ब्लाइंड. उसको कैसे पता चला कि वो ब्लाइंड है? नंबर 7, राइट डाउन द थीम ऑफ द पोएम द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल फ्लावर. और आपने इसकी थीम भी लिखनी है. ऑल द थिंग्स विच आई समराइज्ड फॉर यू, द whole poem I have summarized for you stanza by stanza. It is the theme of the poem. You can write about it. Theme बतानी है कि किस चीज़ के बारे में है ये theme. That we should be grateful for all the blessings we have in our life. We should not be disappointed. We should have hope in our heart. The boy couldn't see, but the girl could see, and she was disappointed, sad with her life. But the boy, instead of losing his eyesight, he was excited and happy and even picked a beautiful flower for the girl. All these questions is your home task. I hope you will do it. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed my lesson.